Welcome, everybody. This is the terribly titled How to Improve Viewer Retention Through Basic Editing and YouTube Features. I'm not an English major, so unlike I suppose to some of you, so I am not really that great at the artistic aspects of titling things. My name's Alex John, and welcome to this 2-hour workshop on how to do that stuff on YouTube. Now, in terms of what you're going to learn today, there are 3 things you're going to be able to do, or at least learn how to do. Number 1, you're going to record a video because then step 2, you're going to upload the video to YouTube. And in particular, during the upload process, you're going to try to add timestamp descriptions to make segmented chapters. And I'll explain what those are. And then you could also add a script as subtitles and have YouTube auto sync the captions. So as long as you're presenting from a script and you paste that, you can create pretty much like accurate closed captions pretty much immediately. It takes like a few minutes, but it still works. And then the third thing you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to use YouTube Studio to add and change things. In particular, I'm going to teach all of you how to use the very, very basic editor aspect of YouTube Studio, and then how to add non-English subtitles. Because I know that some of you may have signed up for this workshop because we consider, oh, how do we make our courses or our learning materials more engaging for English language learners? So one of the benefits about using YouTube in particular is that you can add like subtitles in like lots of different languages. So my name is Alex Jean, as I said at the beginning. I'm a communication studies I'm a professor of communication studies. I'm actually at LA Harbor College, but I also teach a few classes at ELAC. I mean, I pick up extra classes within the district anyway. I'm grateful to have you being here, and I hope to learn how this workshop helps you out. Okay, so in terms of how people learn on YouTube, there are 4 features of YouTube that people use. Number 1, people will skim videos using like the inline preview. So like if you've ever gone to YouTube and you sort of just like put your mouse over like the red bar to see where things are, that's called skimming. People use the inline preview to skim things. But also people will sometimes read from a transcript because some people are readers more than like viewers. So some people just like reading, they like copying the transcript so that way they can like take notes. For my classes, I have them, whenever I put videos, I make them copy the transcript, and then they have to annotate sort of the notes and explain certain things. But then also individuals will use the closed caption and subtitles, which is really useful, and then they can jump around with the chapters. So as you see sort of right here, I sort of have a blown up version of that. So this is an example of a YouTube video with all those things. So this is the TED Talk. Do you really need 8 hours of sleep every night? Body stuff with Dr. Jen Gunter. It's a TED Talk. So as you see, again, people use the inline preview to sort of skim around, or they could just read the transcript, or they can turn on closed captions so that way they can read and follow along if maybe English is not their first language, or they just need to like see a visual indicator to help follow along. And then this part's a little bit edited, but her video is broken up into chapters. So if you see, her intro starts at 00, then at the 1 minute mark, she talks about the flaws with sleep. Then at about 1:45, she talks about sleep tracking devices. So that's generally how people use YouTube to learn, or at least how people use YouTube to be more engaged with the multimedia material. Because I'm going to show just how to upload in a few minutes. But yeah, one of the good things is that like YouTube, because YouTube is, even though it's part of Google,
Hmm.
the videos on YouTube are separate from like your Google Drive. So like on
Yeah.
YouTube, you can literally upload as many video files, as many videos as you want. It's unlimited. Up until maybe YouTube starts charging people for it because they take
Yeah.
a massive money hit
Like
just
bite your
having people
tongue.
running YouTube.
Hopefully they won't start doing that.
Yeah.
Rely on these for my online classes, especially I have a lab, so they need to see things.
Oh yeah, me too. Like,
Okay.
and at least for my classes, like let me show an example. Because aside from that, I also want like, the material to be engaging in some way.
Hmm.
So even when I do stuff, I will let me go to like my 190. I'm gonna go to like my theory class. So even when I make like announcement videos and stuff like that, like I always sort of embed it, and then I could always sort of see like on Canvas Studio. I can like notice here, although this is
Yeah.
not specifically YouTube, this is through Canvas Studio.
Okay, that I was gonna say
But
that
this
looks a
also
little
functions on
different.
YouTube too. It's just like in Canvas Studio, I can see which of my students actually looked at things. So by
Nice.
getting my YouTube video and then embedding the video through Canvas Studio, I
Mm.
could see, okay, my video was watched 31 times, 38 times, and 21
Oh,
people actually
I
watched.
don't do you that's what I need to see how to do. I don't embed mine. I just put them as links in the modules. So I can only really see the views through YouTube. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
helpful.
Yeah, so okay,
This-
so this will be different because this was not
Okay.
part of the workshop. So in order to embed a video through Canvas Studio, no, oh no, please don't delete it. That was the wrong button.
Oh God, I know. That's why
Why
I'm
is the why is
doing
the edit
it with
button next to the,
mine.
that's bad UI.
Sorry.
No problem. Oh no, that's not your fault that like Canvas like just designed something very badly. So I'm just gonna delete this.
Ah,
Oh, say don't
okay.
worry. Um,
I should be doing it this way instead of just putting the YouTube links.
oh no,
Can you
no, yeah.
see
Well, you
which
want the YouTube because you want the
students?
link. So I'm just gonna go to like hold on, YouTube. Let me just type in sleep TED talk.
Thank you for taking the time to show me this because my needs are seem a little bit different than the rest of the group, but I really
Mhm.
appreciate this. It's the more
Okay, yeah.
advanced stuff that I'm not confident with.
Oh yeah. And again, this is totally just separate from like me explaining YouTube, but so I copied the link. So I'll just copy that or cut that link. And I'm gonna click on apps. I'm gonna view all and then click on Canvas Studio.
Ah, I haven't used this one yet. Okay.
Yeah, Canvas Studio is Canvas's video platform, which is
Okay.
really nice. So because I want to input a YouTube video, I'm gonna go up here, then I'll do external link, and I'll do like YouTube, and then I'll just like paste the link. So and then hit like embed. So the reason why like
Is that
um
faster?
yeah, I mean it's not faster, it's more work, but the benefit of putting your videos on YouTube is that it makes your videos more engaging. And
Yeah.
if they watch it, it gets saved like in their watch history. And then students can like copy transcripts. So using YouTube is just better because the platform gives students more options with stuff. But the way I also incorporated my class is that I'll use Canvas Studio and I'll embed my YouTube video into
Oh.
Canvas Studio. So that way I can go to the insights and I could actually look at like how many students watched it for how long, how many like unique
Oh,
views I
thank
had.
you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna start
so
Is
that's
there,
why
doing
that's
is
that.
one of the
there
perks.
any way to see which students watch the video?
Yes, that's further down on that what I was showing. I just didn't want to show it for like I don't want you to know who my
Okay, but
students
it's
are.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's at the bottom. Not
Thank
only
you
that,
for
not only is
showing
it
me
there,
that.
you could actually see aside from their name, it will show you how long they watched for.
Oh, awesome. This is so helpful. Thank you, Alex. Thanks for going a little bit above while everybody's on break. I really appreciate it.
No problem. So I mean, so one of the things I do, this is from like one of my classes in the spring, because I give
Uh-huh,
them extra credit. Like if so, I'll give them extra credit if they
uh-huh,
like respond to videos because I want them to be more interactive.
uh-huh.
So if you look right here on my video from the spring, because I just wanted to know their ideas, because this video is me just explaining a whole bunch of ideas for projects, because I
Mhm.
want them to know, like, hey, tell me what project you want to do.
Right.
So if you look right here, I have timestamps of like when certain things are. So the first idea I explain is how to plan a Zoom event. So like if I want them to like make a workshop on Zoom, they could do that. Or if they want to make like do a project on how to edit videos, things like that. So I have the timestamps and the chapters right here.
I need to
Um,
take your
And
class.
then now,
but
like on YouTube, like you can see that
yeah,
sections, right?
yeah. And
Yeah.
and I specifically have I have like for the video. So
Mhm.
in the details, um, for comments, where's the comment section at? Let me
And
visible instruction.
do you make the students to comment in the YouTube video or in Canvas?
Both. So at least for this one, I specifically told them put comments on my YouTube video
Uh-huh.
because I just wanted to save it because then I can actually look at like some analytic data and sort of get an idea of like what are the things that people said like the most.
Uh,
Or I can like hold things for review.
okay.
And I can respond to like easier. Um, but in terms of your question, I pretty much always put stuff on YouTube because again, like the material lets it be more engaging. So so let me go back, small group. So if I open this up,
Mhm.
so again, one of the benefits is that with YouTube, I could either, once this loads, so I have my sort of closed captions because I have it always on. And if you look right here in my description, because I have timestamps with a label, like
Uh,
right here, to help improve skimming, like they could just sort of click on one of the
Right,
timestamps and it
right,
will jump to
right.
a certain part. And even if they don't want to watch the video, because let's be real, like if I was a student, like I would not watch half of my videos because I put videos all the time. I'm a very annoying teacher like that. I could just click show transcript, and then from right here, I could just like read everything. I'll toggle these off, and then
Mm,
I could just like read this later myself.
right, right.
Yeah.
Or
So
they
this
can
is
choose the sections to watch, like they really need to help, right? They need to get some help. 'Cause
yeah,
sometimes,
and
some they just need to watch like one section to make sure that they
yeah,
do it right.
and then if I actually want to know which, and this is a very normal graph because I'm not good with like viewer retention because this was a very basic video. Like I noticed like, oh, by the end of the video, only like, maybe 3/4 were watching, or maybe like a lot of them probably skipped this middle part and then they jumped to like whatever is at the 4 minute 52 mark.
Okay.
And again, I know one of you had asked about like how to upload stuff. So just before I even get to anything, what when you're in the upload process, which I'll show you in a minute, when you're in the upload process, when you get to like features or something like that, there's this auto sync. Like the one of the reasons why I gave all of you a script is that if you record a video while you're reading from a script, all you have to do is copy and paste that script into the subtitles and then click the auto sync option. And then it will automatically generate the timings for the closed captions. So that's one of the reasons. So here is the basic rundown of how to upload a video to YouTube. You click the create button at the top right. Then in the detail section, you mark not for kids. Then when you hit next in the video element section, that's where you can copy and paste subtitles. Then in the check section, you could sort of just like go past it because that really just checks for copyrighted like music or copyrighted sounds and things like that, or copyrighted visuals, right? Just in case things get like DRCM'd. And then the last thing in the visibility, you would mark your video either as unlisted or public. And this, again, to give you an idea, so when you're uploading a video, first you click the create button, which should be on the top right if you're on a computer. Then once you click the create and you click upload, this pop-up window will appear. And then the details, you can change the title, you can have a description. Then you go to next to the video elements, then to the checks, and then to the visibility.
What's on the visibility? What's the difference between unlisted and public?
Unlisted, your video will never pop up in a search result.
So how do the students find it? You do link it.
I just give them the link,
Canvas?
or I embed the video on my Canvas page.
Oh, okay. And will they ding you on copyright? Because I show documentaries within my presentation. Will they ding you on copyright if it's unlisted?
Yes. Okay, you'll get dinged no matter what. If you use copyrighted material, because like they have like a copyright check, like a copyright checker.
Yeah, but
So if anything, yeah, even if your video is unlisted, like the copyright checker will still scrub your video to see if you have any like copyrighted material. If you have trouble with subtitles and script in 2 languages, so you go with the dominant language and choose that as language. It depends what your YouTube settings are. So for me, because my YouTube settings, let me like exit this.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah, so for my own videos,
because I teach that beginner Japanese. Like I
Okay.
can't avoid just being in Japan. Just being in
Yeah.
Japanese. Yeah.
That would depend on what like your language is. So the autosync works because my default language that I've established is English.
Mhm,
So it's easier for it to like sort of take that.
mhm,
Um, but if I want to edit it, so I have subtitles right here.
mhm.
If I wanted to convert that into if I wanted to make my closed captions in a different language, I could add a language, and then just pick one. But for
Uh,
your question on,
but it's not like a totally one language. Like within the same video, here and there, I speak Japanese, but like especially like in the beginning, I have to explain in English too.
oh,
Um,
okay,
so like depending on which one is dominant in the video, and then I go with that language, and then the other one, like should I just hand type, or
oh,
if I have prepared the
mm,
script like you just did, then does YouTube pick it up?
yeah, okay. So sort of.
In the past, I
So
just
if you make a
recorded it.
video
Mhm,
in which you use two different languages,
uh-huh.
so for the purposes of this workshop, everything is like in English. For your question on, because I don't actually think I don't have an answer to your question. Because for your question about like what happens if in your video you say two different languages,
Mhm.
I don't know. I would imagine that it would still probably use whatever text you input into it. I know some of you like never uploaded anything to YouTube before.
Okay,
No, that's not the right
thank you.
video. Yeah, no problem, no problem. So again, you click on create, then you click upload, like upload from computer, it'll pop this up. You put in the details such as the title, the timestamps and stuff, but you don't worry about that. Just put in the title. You mark it not for kids. Then you could add subtitles in the video elements. Then just go past the checks area, and then for visibility, just mark it as unlisted. So let me show you an example of what that looks like. So let me close all these other things. So I'm going to go to YouTube. So now I am going to click on, no, it's not the right button. I'm gonna click on this create button. It looks like a camera icon. Upload video. So I'm going to select my file. You're not going to see the file, I don't think. Um, but I'm just going to pick it. So it automatically generated the title based on how I named the file. So now I have the video, it's uploading. I'm going to scroll down. No, it's not made for kids, because if it's made for kids, the video is going to go on YouTube Kids, because YouTube has a different like platform for children. So I'm going to make no, it's not made for kids. Now I'm going to click on next. And here in the subtitles, this is where I'll add my script. So I'm going to click on add under the add subtitles like banner. And I want to auto sync. So first, let me go to my script, and I'm just going to like pick all of this and then copy it and go back here. So again, now I'm going to, now that I've copied my script, I'm going to auto sync and then just paste the script right here. And again, because it's auto syncing, it's going to make the timings, it's going to make the timing on the run. So hit done. So boom, my subtitles have been added. Yes, and I'll show you how to do the timestamps. So now I'm going to go next. I don't have any music or anything, because right now the checks section is checking for copyrighted material, but I don't have any, so it's not going to find anything. So here at the end, I want to click it unlisted. Again, you either want it to be unlisted or public. If it's public, anybody can find the video, they can search for it on YouTube. But if it's unlisted, only the people who you have to have the link first in order to watch the video. So I'll mark this as unlisted and then hit save. And then now I can just close this, and now the video is going to upload. All right, let me stop sharing. So within the next maybe 8 minutes, I'll explain the timestamp stuff. Oh, but you know what? I can explain it in a nutshell.
Okay.
In case like you want to go to your own video and then just do it.
No.
Let me yeah.
It's like I look old today, so I don't want to record it.
Okay. So let me just go to this video because this one's like already sort of done. So oh wait, let me reshare, but let me share the sound again. So I'm just gonna like work on it as I'm doing it. So we'll do this. So okay, so for the timestamp, for the chapters, you need two parts. You need to have the timestamp and then like the label. So my video starts at 0:00 introduction. Hi there, I'm Alex Dejan. I'm a communication studies instructor. I love technology, anime, and dank memes. If I was to describe myself in one wawa, because I bark a lot. As a teacher, my philosophy, a jack of all trades with technology. Oh, okay. The most important thing I want you to get from my class is that you become a jack of all trades with technology. You can email me at dejanad@laccd.edu. About class. Okay, so the first minute is my introduction. So at the 1 minute mark, I have about class. Man, that's good timing. This COM 101 meets the CSU on your learning and record speech presentations. For this class, expect to dedicate 3 hours focusing on your learning. FAQs. Right. And at about 1 minute 27, I have my frequently asked questions. So I'll put 1:27 FAQs. And then I think that's like the last part. Because like the last minute I think is just like me like is that FAQs? Yeah, that's the end of like that's in the video. So that's how you sort of add timestamps. And again, I'll explain this again. You have the specific timestamp of when the thing starts, and you always have to put 00. Like you always have to start at 0:00. And there has to be at least 10 seconds. There has to be at least 10 seconds between one timestamp and then the other timestamp. So I'll hit save. And then let me open this up on YouTube. This is taking a minute to load. So even though it's not like you don't see the sections. Oh no, you do see the sections. Yeah. So you can sort of like notice right here on the inline preview, like you see like a visual like visual break. And that indicates like the chapters, things like that.
And then it even makes thumbnails for sections too.
Yes. But to do that though, I don't know how to do it for specific chapters. Hey, welcome back, Elizabeth. I don't know how to do it for specific things. But like if you want to add a thumbnail, like I want to pick like the craziest one of these things as like my opening thumbnail. So actually, no, I'll go with the middle one. That's a lot of teeth. I like having the teeth. So I'll just have that. So again, from this area, if I want to check to make sure that these timestamps worked, I just over here I can view the video on YouTube. Yeah, and that opens up. And I'm not going to play it, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I could see that the timestamps had worked. So again, if you want to know YouTube Studio, there are lots of different features. So number one is the detail section, which is what this image looks like, where you can change the title. You could add the timestamps in the description. There's also an analytics feature. So you can actually see like how many people watch your video, how long do they watch it for, things like that. The editor, I know some of you want to know how to do basic video editing. The video editor on YouTube, it sucks, but you could do things like trimming and cutting little bits out and then sort of adding background music. If you want to blur a certain part of your video, you can do that. And I'll show you how to do that. The comment section lets you just like see the list of like all the comments people left you. And then the subtitles. The subtitles is probably the really important thing, because one of the benefits of YouTube is that you could change your subtitles and make it in different languages. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a description, the timestamps, which I already just did, but I'll explain that. I'll show the editor. I use the editor. Then I'm going to show subtitles. In particular, on the editor, I'm going to trim and cut awkward air. So when I stop talking and I go back in, I'm going to show that. And then I'm going to show some background audio. And then I'm going to show you how to double check to make sure that the subtitles are correct, and then how to add subtitles in extra languages. So that being said, let's get it. Okay, so now, okay, let me actually go to my studio. And the way you go to your studio is if you go to studio.youtube.com. So I'm in my dashboard right now. I want to go to my content. And from all the videos I have, I'm going to click on, and I'll just do this one because I had this one up earlier. So let's pretend I wanted to add timestamps. So if I want to add a timestamp, I start at 00 and I put the introduction. But I want to know when other things happen, so I'll just hit play.
Hi there,
Blah, 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 talking about
my
stuff,
fellow
talking about stuff.
About class.
Oh, boom. At the 1 minute mark, that's when I talk about the class. And then blah,
This
blah,
slide this class FAQs.
Okay. And at like the 126 or 127 mark, I talk about frequently asked questions. So again, in order to make timestamps and to segment your video into chapters, in your details, in the description, and let me make this larger. In the description, you put the timestamp of when that particular section starts. And again, you have to start at 00. You can give it a different title, but I just like calling it an introduction. So in order to add segmented chapters, you have to put the timestamp of when that particular segment starts, and then you have to label what that particular segment is called. Oh yeah, absolutely. For your thing today, YouTube actually, for the most part, if you've uploaded any videos within the past year or so, YouTube's been doing that automatically. Not this part, like, but their automatic chapters is like not very good. But yes, now knowing this, you can go back and then sort of add that, and then I would hit
If
save.
it's already there, and if it's not correct, then I can just fix it there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because the YouTube automated stuff is like terrible. It's like it's a lot of trash.
Right. Oh, thank you.
No problem. So next thing I want to do is I'm going to skip down to subtitles. So I want to take a look. Actually, let me just look at my video and see if the subtitles are even good.
Hi there. I'm Alex Dejean.
Okay, blah, blah.
I'm a communication studies instructor.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I love technology, anime, and dank memes.
Okay, so so I can tell that the closed captions are in sync and that they're grammatically accurate. So my closed captions are probably more than 90% accurate, which we need for accessibility reasons. But if there's something wrong in it, so because I use this, I don't want to use the automatic ones. I want to use the ones I've published. If there's a mistake, I can go in to the edit section and I can go through it, and then I can manually make edits. In case maybe I mumbled or I slurred or something, I can go in and manually edit the closed captions. But again, if you just copy and paste from like the script and then you just paste it in the autosync, as long as your script is grammatically correct, then you should be all good. But I have students who are English language learners. For some of my students, English is not their first language. And I have a problem since I only speak English, I tend to talk fast sometimes, and it's difficult for students to keep up with that. So I want to add a language to this one. So I'm going to just start with Spanish. And wait, Othan, are you still here? Let me stop sharing real quick.
I think Awesome.
Dang, okay.
Yeah,
well,
but
so now,
I understand some Spanish too, so maybe I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
man, I hope other people. All right, let me share my screen again and just let's hope it works. Let's hope. All right, so I'll add language, and I'm just gonna go scroll down to blah blah blah. Spanish. I'll say United States Spanish.
English.
I mean, like, because I'm not a language person, but I seem to know all the different variations. So, and again, I have my script, so I'm just gonna copy. Hold on, let me copy my script.
Or Alex, is it better like to use better like a language translation app and then did it before put it on, or let YouTube to pick it up?
I don't know. Okay, I don't know because I only speak English. So my problem is that there is no way for me to actually like verify the quality of the work.
Okay.
One of my colleagues was saying to use Whisper. So if you use Open Labs Whisper.
Uh-huh.
So the people who made ChatGPT made this thing called Whisper.
Uh-huh.
It's a speech recognition thing. But the reason why he uses this is because he does speak different languages. So when he needs to like actually change things from like English to Spanish or vice versa,
Mhm.
he will literally just use Whisper, like the OpenAI Whisper instead. As it
Mm.
relates to me though, since I don't know, like I can't check, I just use YouTube all the time. So I'll just click add.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't want the title like that. Let me close this. Wait, no. So let me cancel that. Okay, so subtitles, I'm gonna click add subtitles. So because I already have some, I'm going to click auto translate. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna take the ones I already have from English
Mhm.
and like let me toggle off. All right, let me just put edit as text as without this. Um, is hola soy Alex Dijon? Does that mean hi, I'm Alex Dijon?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. What is no lo sé
I don't know.
suficiente para que
I don't
aprendas
know.
los?
I don't know.
Okay, all right, whatever. But boom, publish. Now I have Spanish subtitles. Now let me open up my video and see what like if it works.
Hi there. I'm Alex
I'm gonna
Dijon.
change it.
I'm a communication
English.
studies instructor. I love
Spanish.
technology, anime, and dank memes.
Right.
If I was to describe myself,
So there we go. So now and
It's
again,
like
assuming these are correct.
so it's like streaming services. Now you can have multiple.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So now my video can reach a greater audience because I could add subtitles in whatever language my students have. I am assuming that most of my students likely speak Spanish because of the demographics of the college, the district. But there might be other ones. I might want to put this in like Tagalog or like Japanese or like Dutch or something. Is
Right.
Dutch a language? I don't know. Okay. So that's how you add and edit like subtitles. Now, last thing I want to show about with the YouTube Studio is the editor. There aren't that many features, and this, I'm not gonna lie, there are better editing programs. Like if any of you have like a Mac or Apple, like if any of you have an Apple product, they probably have just a better editor on it anyway. And then you can edit it before you upload it.
Mm.
But there's trim and cut, blur, and audio, and end screen. So I'm gonna hit play because I want to like cut it somewhere. So I'm just gonna hit play.
hi there. I'm Alex Dijon. I'm a communication studies instructor. I love technology, anime, and dank memes. If I was to describe myself in one
All right,
word,
so let's say like I want to have a cut right here. So on my timeline, you'll see like there's a bar that shows my video. Okay, first let me like show audio. Let me do that so that way you see what both are. So first I'll add audio. So let's say I want to add background music. If you add background music, by the way, the ratio is about like 3-1. So your voice should be at like level 3, and any background or non-diegetic sounds should be like at a level 1. I think that's what the ratio is. I'm just going to pick something that is okay, society's dream. Like I'll add that. So as you see right here, I have the audio track overlaid with it. I'm gonna hit play, just so you know it's going to sound loud because I haven't adjusted the sound levels yet. But let me just hear what the song sounds like. You don't hear it. I actually don't know. Okay, fine. So, I know some of you are hearing it, but it's really loud, right? As I'm playing the video, you can't hear me. So right here on like the audio track, you'll see, let me see if I can zoom in. Nope, I can't zoom in on that. So on this right, you should see like sort of some like toggles on like bars. So that's the adjusting the mix level. So I want to click on this adjust mix level button because I want to make this, I don't want to make this very loud. I'll put it like at, I don't know, like a pretty low number. I'll put that like at that. So now I have lowered the volume of the sound. So now back here on the editor, that's applying things. Let me stop sharing because that's taking time to load. Oh, okay, because like all right, let me share my screen. It's still loading. I don't know why. I just tested this like 2 hours ago. I woke up this morning, made my video, like tweaked things and undid everything, and it didn't take this long. Okay. All right, so I can't show that. But essentially, if you want to do really basic edits, you click on the editor button. And from the editor button, and let me just discard these changes because this is going to bug me. You could either trim and cut, or let's say I want to add like a blur thing. So maybe I'm going to blur it right here, face blur. Oh, yeah, it's going to take time again. Okay, forget that. And like it depends on like sometimes when I do stuff for my classes, it really depends on how I'm feeling. So, okay. So for this particular video, so for my online class, I just like, I mean, this was shorter. So this is a 3-minute. So this one probably took like 45 minutes because it says 3 minutes, but in my original recording was actually probably about like 5 minutes or something like that. But I know my students don't watch like my update videos that quickly. So in order to make this 3-minute video that sort of has like, and I'll just play something like this, right?
Hey y'all, it's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Before you
So cutting it down from like 5 minutes to 3 minutes probably took like maybe like 15, 20 minutes because I have to listen to it and then I have to figure out, okay, I stop breathing right here and then I take a breath. So I have to take like this 2-second thing, make a cut here, like make a slice here, delete that part, and then put it together. And then I just do that like okay, cool. Like I have to go in, slice here, get rid of that, and then put like the good stuff, keep the good stuff together. And then after that, when I actually like add, like when I overlay like this,
give you some updates.
so this is gonna be like a reference to Legend of Zelda.
Hey, listen.
So I have to find the picture of this, or I have to find a GIF of this. Then once I find the GIF, I have to download it. And again, this is not on YouTube. This is just like on a different video editor. In order to add this picture to my video, I have to find like the little clip, download it. Then again, I add it, and then I have to like drag it and move it on like my timeline. Yeah, it depends. There are other apps that let you do things quickly. So like Clipchamp AI. So, and one of the benefits of like new types of technology is that actually let's do this. You Clipchamp AI. I've been toying around with this for some of like my videos recently. So
We all know how slow.
So Capwing is a video editing website.
Okay.
I use Capwing for my classes because it's a free video editor online.
Wow.
So students can like edit their own videos with it. Like they don't have to download anything. They don't have to download an app. Um, what Capwing AI does is that you can literally give it a prompt like, oh, like create an image of growing through flowers. You can tell it write a script on how to bake a souffle. It makes the script and then make a video about, and then literally all this stuff you see, let me share my screen like bigger. Everything you see right here on the timeline.
Yes.
So the sound bar at the bottom is like the background music, like all these pictures and everything like that. All of this was like generated by AI on Kapwing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And this is really good because this with Kapwing AI, even though I don't put myself into videos because I have AI automatically generate it, this cuts it down from like me spending like an hour or 45 minutes to make this 3-minute video. I could do it with like AI in maybe like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes
Wow, that is
because all the timings already get fixed automatically.
yes. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. All right. Which video is my favorite? Okay, I have a Windows computer, so I use Clipchamp. Okay, because I have Windows 11. So on my computer, I have the Windows 11 operating system. One of the benefits of having Windows 11 on your computer is that you get to use Microsoft's video editor called Clipchamp. It's pretty much a video editing platform. Having said that, though,
If you are a Mac user.
so because I also teach media,
Uh-huh.
so I actually so for my media classes, aside from Kapwing, I tell my students just use like I literally teach them use Canva.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like so in terms of video editing, I mean Canva is a little bit different because it's not specifically a video editor. Like you
Right,
can make videos on it and you can
right,
edit videos on it. The
right.
layout's different, but in
Mhm.
terms of a specific video editor program, I
Mhm.
use I use Clipchamp. Like so no, because I never use technology that my students can't reasonably use, except for Clipchamp. So the
Right.
reason why I use like the free account of Canva is because for my media classes, like I don't want to use a tool that I cannot show my students how to use.
Mm.
So then in that case, okay, I use the Canva account. Um, that website I was showing you, Capwing or Kapwing,
Mhm.
again, all you need to do, like all you have to do is like make an account or link it with your Google account. And again, you can use it, like you can make like 2 or 3 free videos before you
Mhm.
have to start paying for it. But then all you have to do is just like keep deleting the old stuff, and then you can just keep like reusing it.
So
Um,
once you made it, then like you just delete the video you created there, and then so that you can keep using it.
yeah, pretty much.
And then the images they find is only photos or
It's either so Capwing is a multimedia editor.
uh-huh.
It's primarily for videos,
Uh-huh.
but editing like pictures is also super easy. So even with Capwing,
Uh,
like you could like I primarily teach it from with my students because I
uh-huh.
teach them here's how to edit videos, here's how to like overlay, here's how to like
Uh-huh.
add background music, here's how to
Mhm.
like flip stuff and like insert clips. And let me share my screen for your thing about okay. So like let me just get through. So to recap, here are the things that I covered in my presentation today. Um, the goal was to be able to upload a video to YouTube, to record a video, upload it to YouTube, and then to edit the video. The things I went over were how people learn with YouTube. In particular, viewers use YouTube to learn in different ways and to engage with it through the platform. So they can skim around the video using the inline preview. They can follow along listening with the closed captions turned on. Users or viewers can just read the content from the transcript, or they can use the chapters to jump around to a particular section that they want to re-listen to. Now, in terms of uploading, the 2 things I talked about in particular were adding timestamps to make chapters and to segment the videos, and then also to auto sync subtitles. So if you record a video from while reading a script, you could paste a script in the subtitles and have YouTube automatically sync the timings for those. And then in terms of how to use YouTube Studio, You can edit information with the details page. You can use the analytics page to see who watch, like what type of people watch it, for how long, what they go back to, things like that. The different editing features on the YouTube Studio editor, such as trim and cut, audio and blurring, and then also the comment section. So if you just want to see like the list of what everybody had to say about stuff, about your video, or comments they made, you could also use that. If possible, please make sure to complete the exit survey. And with the 7 minutes we have remaining, I'll open up to Q&A. So if you want to take off, because I know some people already took off, go ahead and leave. Thank you for being here today. If YouTube content, you also have a great day. But please do the exit survey that I've posted in the chat. Remember to do the evaluation on the Vision Resource Center, so that way you can complete you having participated in the workshop, so that gets applied to your flex hours. And if you want to chat, just stick around. Thank you.